You know who I would love to talk to? Eddie Bravo. Hey, Eddie Bravo, I know you're watching, bro. I know you are. I feel the vibe. I feel that you have been drawn to my channel sometimes, and I know you watch. So, I would love to be a guest on your channel if you would like to discuss the plasma apocalypse. And you're welcome to be a guest on mine because you're a character too, bro. And I love having characters on. We need more character. All right, let me answer this phone call.
From
Aether Plissken.
Aether Plissken.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press.
Aether Plissken. Aloha. This is JayDreamerZ.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Hey, it's good to put a voice to the name.
Yeah. It's good to talk to you, man. It's a good show.
Yeah, what do you think about all this all the stuff we've been talking about today? The flat earth topic.
Well, flat earth, man. It's very important in my life. I mean, I kind of gave up on conspiracies a long while back, and then I used to drive from Grand Junction to Denver and go work up in like Fort Collins area, and I just like listen to music. But I listened to a podcast one evening driving up there, and it was like Ghetto said, Sam Tripoli and or not Sam, yeah, it was Sam Tripoli and Eddie Bravo. And I was like, what? And just the day before that, because I was talking smack about flat earthers. And I was like, that's stupid. There's no way. And I was all into aliens and everything. And then by the time I got to Fort Collins, I listened to that whole, I was just like, what? So I had to start researching. I was like, kept on researching and I kept on. And I was like trying to prove that Earth was a ball. And it just, I couldn't prove it.
Did you feel like a personal challenge?
No, man. I don't know. I just couldn't believe it. But then when I tried to prove it and I couldn't, then I was like in a state of like, my mind was just like, I was just like dumbfounded for like a month or two, just walking around like in a haze.
Yeah.
And then like I was all into aliens and everything. And like, I didn't really have anything, like, I didn't really believe in God or anything. I thought like the Anunnaki came down and, you know, the whole Zechariah Stitchin thing. And then I started to see how everything is and it's intelligent design and that this is a bigger, you know, something bigger than what they've had us to believe. And so I started like, I believe in a creator now. I mean, not necessarily what, you know, the religious, but I think all gods of every religion is derived from the same creator. And yeah, it was a big part in my whole, changing my whole, everything in my life.
That's something I've heard a couple of callers say, or, you know, it's kind of referred to now as it's helping people to see things differently, but not just the world that we live in, but there being more to the world that we live in. So, for example, the question of God and there being a creator and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's one of their main points because, I mean, a lot of this derives from the Vatican and, you know, like Galileo and was Copernicus and all them, weren't they all, or maybe something else, I'm getting it all mixed up. But it is, I think, that they try to keep people from finding that God is within you, because as within, so without, you know what I'm saying? Like we live inside God, God is inside of us, so we're all part of the same system, you know, the same energy. And I feel that we're not made in the image like a physical, like everybody takes it made in the image, like in the physical form.
Right.
I think we're made in the image in the spiritual form, in the ether body, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, I vibe with that too. Being made in the image and being more spiritually minded as opposed to looking at the physical, that says a lot about where people are on their paths to me personally, because I used to look more at the physical. I would be like, we're made in the image of God and I'm just thinking a human image or whatever. But then I started thinking more spiritually, you know, and raising my perspective and thinking energetically and spiritually and in terms of positive and negative and good and bad and stuff. And that really helped me to see my concept of God in another way, and therefore how I see myself as more than just made of, my skin or my body or how I sound or the image that I portray when people encounter me or whatever. It makes me really think a bit deeper. And in thinking a bit deeper, I've come up with like this profound appreciation for life and my place in it.
Exactly. It brought so much, like, all my life I was like, I didn't really click with like the things they taught us in school. A lot of the whole, system and everything, like all the stuff like was too confusing and didn't make sense. And I was never like with it, but I still believed it because that's what we were taught. And then by the time I was always searching for the truth, like later on in life, and like the news couldn't ever like fulfill what I was trying to find in my heart.
Yeah.
And then finally, when I found this, it opened up like the window to all these new avenues of different truths, like the Tartaria, the cyclical apocalypse, then the plasma apocalypse came with that, with the Tartarian thing, and it opened up hidden history, and the lost, the giants and everything, man. It all comes together, and then you're like, wow. Just recently, man, I've known of you for years, but I've never really sat down and listened to your stuff. And just recently, the past, I don't know, like the beginning of this year, I think I started listening to you, man. I just clicked, dude, and everything you say is just, I can feel it in my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Good. Thank you for sharing that. It makes me feel good to know that that's, I can have a positive effect on some people and walk the path together for a time. Well, I appreciate your call. Thank you so much. And it's nice to finally meet you. I've seen you in the comments in the chat a few times.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you too, bud. Keep up the good work, dude. You're doing great, man.
I will. All right. Take care. Bye. All right. I said I was going to not take any more calls. I'm going to take 2 more calls because I seen a couple people try to call in while I was on the phone, and I'm having a good time.